learners, students. Today we'll start our object-oriented programming in Java. So before to start, I want to explain you how to work in the folders and the package. This is our final result. I will write again everything. Let me remove all this program here, just to be clear for you. So I will remove this old package here. we have created two package here, one package here, two package here. I will remove it here. So look at here, just before to start we need to create Java class. Here in our folder I have created the folder as a test. Here you may see the folder of test. Then look at here, then in this the folder where our Java codes it's stored. Then we have the source file. So here we'll start to create our class. First I will create the class. Let me call it as a person. Look at here, our person's class created here. Then what is the class itself? The class is it there. Let me remove the public in the first position, then I'll explain why I remove it. So the person class, by the person of class I have created the many objects, but here I can define the attributes of this class by giving, for example, the name for this object, for type of these objects, and age. For example, here I have given the value of string by giving the variable name. Then let me create one more variable type of int in order to define age, and these attributes of our objects which will be created in the future. Then by this class I can just define the attributes and define the behavior. What's the behavior? It's the actions which our object will act. So for example, here I will write the void that it would be display info. Sorry, R I will remove here. So here in system out print, and then I have, for example, write the name here, the name, and will be age here, and plus age. So these actions our object will act will follow by these actions. These are our attributes. Now I have created one more class where I will implement our person class. Let it be main. So here, if you notice, it has by default it's created by public, and here I will create the main methods, which is the methods by default, and all methods and all class will be started to read from these main methods. And here let me write the type of variable which I will create. In this case, this is a person with the object here, this one, and I will call this as a Tom. It's not initialized yet, I just have declared only. After I will write, for example, Tom, I can address the all methods attributes inside of person. Do it here. After I put the dot, the all variables, attributes, and the behavior methods it all be available for me from the class of main. So I will write here, for example, this point info, and let me run in this class in order to see in which level we are and what kind of advice we will get after we have started. So a variable might not have been initialized. What does tip means for us? So here I have only declared, as I said before, I need to initialize. In order to initialize, I need to write the new, then person. So now I have initialized it, and by default constructors is created here, but considering that we have no value here, so it will print it null in the name here, will be initialized as a null, in the age will be by default initialized as a 0. So now let me run it again. Do it here, name and age 0. This our methods, which is right here, which is the behavior, was called. So I have created the all class in the one folder in the source. So what would be if I put my person class in different package? So let me write here the name of package, for example OOP, which means object-oriented programming. So look at here, I have created one package, and I just change the place, insert inside of OOP. Here I will just write refactor, which asking me, do I want to change the place of my person? Yes, I will continue. So look at here, inside of OOP package we have a person. By default our package was created here in the top. Now let me again to call these methods. Do you have any difference? So probably you'll see that our persons covered by red line. What does mean? So look it, let's take the advice from our IntelliJ IDEA. So OP person is not public, cannot be accessed from outside package. So in order to get our person, which is now in a different folder, we need to write here our access modifier as a public. Would it be enough? Let's check it again. It's not enough yet, since our methods, which we'll call here, is not the public. We need to create the public here, the methods. Okay, now we have created the public, and I will run again. Now our variables, oh, look at here, the now name and null age 0. Look at here, we have access to our methods. We have access to our methods, but can we change from our main methods our variables, our attributes of persons? Let's try. I will write, for example, string. For example, I will write here name. I will write here the name, for example, Aidar, and I will have Tom. Age, for example, let it be 25. And let me call again my method display info. Do we have access or not? Since in our persons these attributes are not public, we cannot be accessed from outside package. Outside package is mean the main. In order to get access, we need to add these modifiers. There's a public here and one more public here. Now let's run again. Look at here, before it was null in these methods, now it's name Zaidar and age 25. Now it's working. So what would be if we create one more package here, and I will put here the main our class, for example OP and the main. I have created one more package and I'll put here my main class. When I put my main here, with here our IntelliJ IDEA help us to avoid the mistakes. It was by default created the import. What does mean import? Import, it's our persons which is imported, which is now inserted in OOP package. We need to first import in order to access. What if we'll remove it? Probably not. It will not work, because now our persons and main class, they're in different folders. So in order to get access, we need to import, which means we need to get access from different folders, because our main class now is different folder. In order to get access, we need to import, write the name of our folder, then write our persons, which is by default given the tip. Now this will be work. Now it's working. So today that's all. Thank you for your attention.